Alright, so this is Bloxels. This is actually the front page of Bloxels, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a new game. So what you need to do is go up to the top right corner and click on the menu, and when you do that we're going to click on Game Builder. Now you can design the games using the Bloxel game board, but we're actually going to do it all entirely using the app. So when it asks you about the game board, we just say that no, we don't have one of those. And we're going to build a new game. Now I've got a few that I've built already. Now the way that this works is we're going to design one block, which is the square that you can see highlighted, but you can actually add as many blocks as you want to a game. So you could make a game that's really long, maybe like 4 blocks long, or you could make a tall game, or you could make just a big game that has maybe 9 blocks altogether. So you can make it as big as you want. You could make it this whole thing. We're just going to make a little game on one block. So I've just clicked on that middle block and brought up what that block looks like. So at the moment it doesn't look very interesting, it's just got green at the bottom. So you can see on this side you've got different coloured blocks to put in here. So the green blocks, they're what we call terrain blocks. So you can create terrain, which means ground effectively, that your little character can walk on, and you can make little areas that they can jump to as well. So I'm going to make it like that. You've also got red. Now red is a hazard, sort of like lava, you know, so if your character falls in that, they are going to be in a lot of trouble. So I'll put some lava there. The blue is water. Now blue water is actually something that the character can swim in. So I'm going to put some water there. The gold is coins or collectibles, so things that you get points for. So I'm actually going to put a coin, or maybe a few coins at the bottom of that pool there. I'm going to put a coin maybe there, a couple of coins there and there. Oops, up the top. Then you've got the orange. Now orange, they're walls that you have to shoot through. Okay, so you have to destroy. So I'm going to put some orange here and here. And that's something you actually have to get through to get to the other side. And then I'm going to put some pink. Now the pink blocks represent power-ups. So it can be things like hearts or bombs or other things that you want your character to collect. So I'm going to put a couple of those there. You've also got purple. Now purple is going to be your bad guy, your enemies. So I'm going to put a purple one maybe here. Okay. And you've also got white blocks. Now white blocks are what we call story blocks. You can make them into checkpoints so that when a character goes over the top of them, they tell information to the character, or you can make it the finish block. I'm actually going to make it the finish block there. And you know what, I'll make a checkpoint too. So I've used all the elements. If you make any mistakes or if you want to move things, you can just click on the eraser and you can erase things and then put them back. Okay. The next thing, and also these two menus here, copy and paste. So if you want to use copy and paste, you can. So at the moment it doesn't look very exciting, it's just blocks. We're going to make this look much better. So the way to do that is we're going to go first to configure. So you can see the way that this works. You've got all the elements we just put in the game, but in this view you can actually move them, and it's kind of really cool to move them around as little blocks. So it's a bit easier for you to move elements if you don't like where they are, like maybe I want to put him there, maybe I'll put the bad guy up there. So once you're happy with where everything is, you can see down here that's your character, and at the moment the character's going to start in the grass, so I want him to start standing up here. So I'm going to click on the little button here with the character, and I'm going to click a character. Now you can create characters, I'm going to show you how to with another video, but for the moment I'm just going to click on one that's already been created. And I'm going to pick up that character, I'm going to move him so he starts there. Okay. Now to make this even better looking, we're going to go down to decorate, this button. So if we click the decorate button, you've got all these boards. Now a board represents like one of these blocks. So you know when I was in configure, see if I pick this up, this is represented by a board. So one little square that makes it look like you want it to. So when we go into decorate, I'm going to pick a coin board to be my little coins. So I'm going to click on the yellow, they're coins. I'm going to make the power up little treasure chest. And I'm going to make, this is going to be my finish line. So I'm actually going to put a little flag there. And for the rest of the land, I'm going to make it sort of brown, a bit boring. Brown, 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 brown. And so you can create these blocks. These are just the ones that come with it. But later on in another video, I'll show you how to create them. And then I'm going to put some green grassy bits on the top. And for the water, oops, just do that, some white. So you've got many options of how you want to do this. I'll put some more there. Okay, cool. So once you think you're done, and I'll put some blocks there where I have to shoot through. Once you think you're done, you can actually have a play of the game. And when you press play, you can see you've got your little arrows. B is jump, and you can jump twice, you can double jump. So I can see here that I can just reach there, which is good. I can get my coins. I can sort of go in here and I can swim in the water, and you can see there's the bad guy, the purple one. So I'm going to avoid him. If you fall into a hazard, like the red here, you'll die instantly. So I'll go back to the start. The checkpoint, and then you can shoot with your laser or gun. You can get things. I made these some power-ups. And if you fall off your map, you'll also die. Alright, cool. So if you're happy with what it looks like, you can just press pause and exit. And that's going to bring us back to this. You might also want your enemies to look like something. So if we click on, oops, configure, there's a couple of things we can do with enemies and with checkpoints and things. So when we go back to configure, see there's an arrow here. I'm going to click on the bad guy. You can pick the type of enemy he is. Now this is going to be a patroller. So what a patroller does, he just walks around. So I'm going to make him a patroller. The white block here is a story block. So you can actually tell it to say something when you go over it. So I might just get that one to say hi. And then that's it, done. I want this one over here to be my finish line. So I'm going to get that to say finish. Oh, not fish. And click on this one, set as game end flag. So that's going to now be the end. And if I click on the treasure chests, I can actually decide what power up the person gets. Do they get a jetpack to help them get through the level, or some hearts, or bombs? So I'm going to make them get hearts, because if they got a bit sick, they can get a bit better. Okay, cool. So again, I'll have another play, and now I'll get through the level. Checkpoint. It says hi, like I told it to. And see when I shot the boxes there that I ended up with my little heart that I allocated. I'll get another one there. And then I think directly below me is the finish line. So now it tells you what you've collected. It can tell you enemies defeated, all the information about how someone's played your game. In the next video I'll show you how to work on animating, so animating the characters in your game, and also creating some blocks that you can use to decorate.